Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Coach knows this is a huge opportunity for his team at home today. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Aztecs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bulldogs offense will take the field first. Guys, the last time these two old foes met, it finished in a one-possession game.
And it's so much fun. There's so much hype. They don't like each other. The rivalry really, really matters. And, Jesse, when it's closer games, it's even more fun. Like the last throwdown they had. Expect more of that today.
Yeah, you just know this game is going to be emotional. And I think a big part of it is which of these two teams can handle that emotion. I agree. I think we're expecting this one to go right down to the wire, just like the last time these two teams played.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback changing the play. Keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Sets his feet, it's Potter. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On third down, he drops to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They'll run it on fourth down. Touchdown, Bulldog! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So San Diego State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Sells to fake. Look out! Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Aztecs are in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot.
It's a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown, Aztecs. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand it to the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. To throw, it's Potter. Between the hashes, it's Owens. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. After one quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the back. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Run in the red zone. It's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Potter. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's McClain. Touchdown, Bulldog! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snags it quickly on the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Aztecs will hustle to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Aztecs will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Right back to it. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Moves the pocket. It's Potter. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 45. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Quick give. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And that last completion left a mark. 3rd and even longer coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresno State will have to punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Into the house. Touchdown, San Diego State.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the point after is good. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Potter. Right side, it's McClain. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Out wide right, it's McClain. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Owens. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here we go. Ready, go. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down. And the Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Trying to get started. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 16 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game in Fresno. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gets rid of it.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understand.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Aztecs want to move quickly.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Drops back. It's Potter. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Making the adjustment. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Turns it upfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun. Out wide left, it's McLean. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running inside. It's Ramirez. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make...
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Drops immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Here we go. Let's go.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Touchdown, Fresno State. They move on top here in the 4th.
And at first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Give it right back to him, man. They tried to be physical on 1st down. He didn't punch it in. I love that they came right back to him. Up front, a better job blocking, created just a little bit of a hole, and that's all he needed to run through.
lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. Off play action on first down. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here comes the heat. Left side is Hawkins. Turning it on. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Aztecs line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Might have a chance. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right side, it's Edwards. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Gets the back moving. Sets his feet. It's Potter. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Aztecs. The defense gets... with that huge interception return. The extra point here would tie the game. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Doing it himself again. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And now they take the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Looking for running room. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Fresno State right back to the line. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Rose. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
4th down, gotta have it here. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense working from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They try to pop a run on the draw. It'll be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Working the ground game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And this offense tries to run and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air, it's Rose. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this to tie us up in the final minute. So now on comes the field goal unit. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for